it's my time, think it's my I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my been ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been patted. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'ma check it like let them in, y'all better not let them in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling, started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit, I'm a big bull in this element, yeah, said you gon' pull up then settle it, yeah, I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch out step in it, yeah, and I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here, watch out touchdown, pulling plans out the clutch, everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now, have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that, big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that, work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends, yeah, I did all that, had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my been ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been patted. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'ma check it like let them in, y'all better not let them in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling, started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit, I'm a big bull in this element, yeah, said you gon' pull up settle it, yeah. I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch I step in it, yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here, watch how I touch down. Pulling plans out the clutch, everybody getting crushed. The cut down is for us now. Have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah. I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah. I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah. Run it, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem damn patty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah. I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah. I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'ma jack it like Letterman. Y'all better not let them in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element, yeah. Said you gon' pull up, then settle it, yeah. I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch I step in it, yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here, watch how I touch down. Pulling plans out the clutch, everybody getting crushed. The cut down is for us now. Have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah. I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah. I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah. Run it, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem damn patty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, my time, think it's my year. I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'm a jacket like Letterman, y'all better not let them in. They gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling, started a chain. The cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit. I'm a big bull in this element, yeah. Say you gon' pull up, then settle it, yeah. I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch I step in it, yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch I touch down, pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now. Have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no.
Good morning everyone. Oh, look at this. Nothing can start. Oh God, I'm so good. If trading is not your career, I can be a barista. That is good coffee. How's everyone? Happy, what day are we? Happy Monday, new week. Exciting. Finished the NFP strong. I mean, we had some amazing predictions on price. If you were following, if you were on the lives last Friday, we were analyzing with some fellow Vanguards as well. We were analyzing the NFP price, and we did discuss about can't remember the price now. We're going to look up that, but first we're going to get some good old coffee in us. You can see nice rice fields in the background. It's rice season in Bali, raining season as well, so it rains a lot. But when we say rains a lot, it's not like UK. It will rain for a few hours and then the sun is out and you can go to the beach. So how's everyone? Let's see who's in. If they had a good weekend. Raphael, good morning. Come on, Yanis. Rohit. Hello, Hugo. Nice to see you all. And today, I've updated my sheets. I've got some interesting pairs to look at. We're going to look at Silver Bullet. We're going to look at weekly bias. We're going to look at pound dollar, as we always do, my favorite pair. And we're going to look at PMT. That's the benefit. You don't even have to buy it. You can come in here and watch me trade with a PMT. We're also going to look at dollar index, which we didn't spend a lot of time last week. So we're going to do that today. Hey, Carl. Good morning. My first live of the year. Good to have you here. The UK has been horrible for rain recently. Floods all around. Downside for living in a village. Laugh my ass. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Today I had a big download on Instagram. If you haven't gone there, go and watch it. I was just like letting out some steam because I have some people are like, how can I do it? How can I be financial free? How can I trade from Bali? How can I do all the cool stuff? And not book holidays for just 25 days in a year. So I've literally had a good 10 stories about that. So go and watch it on Instagram if you haven't seen that. Liked already, Murray. Appreciate that. Thanks for your stream. Good company while I trade. Good background noise. Good stuff. I think we should jump. What time is it? We'll go till like 10, just to calm the nervous system down, right? We don't have to jump on the screen straight on the charts and let's go and find it. Trading is all about being present, understanding our inner world of psychology, our inner world of... Today we're going to be trading as well. So I do have a trade on. A trade on is from like a week ago. I've outpaid it. So it looks like it's $300 down now, but it's my last reposition. I've decided not to close it because I think, well, we're going to discuss that in the analysis, but I'll see if I can find an extra position whilst we're trading here live for the pound dollar. I'm also interested in seeing what the euro dollar is going to do today. Yeah, we're looking at new pairs. But let's enjoy a sip 1 second, huh? Oh, God, that's good. Too good. Too good. And the bonus of being able to make cappuccinos at home is, one, I can make an amazing cappuccino with my frother and everything, but also I can make enough milk where when I get my cup to halfway, I can just refill it. The benefits of being your own barista. Okay. Let's boost those likes, guys, up. That's what's going to push the channel as well. That's the only thing I ask for you for help. If you can help me with that, I'll be very, very happy. I'll be happy anyway, but that will make me even happier if I see that what you're watching and what you're receiving from this live is actually helping and you find it useful. So enough chat. Just check if there any other comments. We're all good. And we're going to jump straight on to... Where's my OBS? Onto our screen. Starting with PMT today, which is Prime Market Terminal. As always, if you do want 15% discount on that, right, conscious day trader, I am, is it 15? I think it's 15. I am pushing for a little bit more as well. I've said, hey, I've got some guys that your bloody software is very expensive. Can you make it even cheaper? I said, look, I've got 8,000 subscribers. If literally a few of them buy it, you will make some money. So I'm trying to get even a little bit more discount, which is going to benefit me as well, because I'll get a discount on that. But this, if you haven't seen it, is the seasonality on pound dollar. You can see it's the pound dollar on the top there. We're looking at seasonality in January 2019. I have long discussions about what these calculations are. So now we know. They calculate seasonality. I have to find Telegram, but I believe it's the open minus the close in percentage to the previous close. I think. I can't remember exactly. But that is the most sort of accurate seasonality measure, rather than just seeing performance-wise what did it do, because what happens on an NFP, massive move. So suddenly, if the NFP moves the market so much, then you can't count that as seasonality, even though it is a seasonality thing. But the NFP is so affected by obviously the release of the numbers. So it's not actually the because it is January or February that is moving the market. So we can see that January on average is one good green month compared to, if you look here, January, February, then March, April, May, and June on average, we're looking at reddish, so slightly bearish seasonality wise. That doesn't mean, like I've said before, that we're just going to be buying this thing. It just means that we've got another thing we're going to be looking at. And always, like we saw, this push at the end of the year, averaging 1.8 in December, 1.7 in October. So that's things that we can take to account. It's pretty cool. So far in 2024, we're minus 0.83, which would be the highest bearish open so far. We'll see how that closes for January. And let's go on to the overview. So onto the overview here, you'll see quite a bearish stance today on PMT. The reason is because the seasonality is bearish. That will measure as one. They've got some pattern recognition, which I don't look at. Good morning, Janice, or Yanis. Yanis, I think it's Yanis. My name. DXM, we're going to look at the dumb money index. So we'll see. Let's see. I believe that most of the people will be selling this today. And yeah, there we go. 60%. 60% of the people of, what's it called? Oh, come on, what are we called? Not recreational. I can't remember. Institutional versus I can't remember the word now. I need more coffee. Someone will say it in the comments. But these guys, all of us, probably looking for nice little shorts on the pound dollar. So that's a good thing if you are biased long. COD data, pretty neutral. Nothing has changed massively in terms of contracts. We can see that we've got a slight long positions, higher positions with 26,800 compared to the dollar. Look at that decrease. The shorts on the dollar have decreased quite a bit last week. That is interesting. We can see we're approaching back to zero. There could be a potential of swap here. And what I mean by swap, you probably can't see it because of the discount, but this is coming basically up to the zero level on the COD data. So that will be interesting to see. As we can see here on the percentage decrease, we're decreasing back to 17,000, and this is the dealers COD data. We can also look at the asset managers. And save that. That would change it to the asset managers. And we'll see a big decrease there. Look at that, 21% to 8%. So a big drop in shorting the USD. That's interesting. Mikhail says, retail. Thanks, Janice. God, my brain, I just need some of this beautiful coffee. Obviously what's happening on the pound dollar will be the opposite. So we're seeing a decrease in the pound contracts. That will be interesting to see. Events, let's see what's going on today. We'll bring up the event calendar. It is the 8th of January. No massive news today. We've got FOMC member Bostic speaks. CBM and trends. Not massive things. Yeah, can't see much until later in the week. Trend-wise, this is your standard like EMAs and all that stuff. Just drop it on there just to keep an eye. I'd not use it that much anyway with day trading, but overall just getting a feel. Pound dollar has been on the sort of uptrend. If you look at 50s, 100s, 200 EMAs, we have seen a lot of bullishness since we hit those 103s, was it? Very close to parity. I am a bit confused, says Rafa. Let's deconfuse you. Why are you confused, Rafa? We don't like being confused. DXY and GBP, not sure if we long or short on GU. What does that tell you? What does that tell you if you don't have clear direction? How can you deconfuse you, my new word? Don't trade the bloody thing. However, if you're like me, if you're in the trade, maybe we can wait for it and see what's going to happen. But good morning to Andre. Good night from Vancouver. Right, so that's that pound dollar. I also want to show you my hefty little Excel sheet that will give me my fundamental analysis for the week, and I'm going to share this with the guys in the Vanguard. If you do want to join us in the Vanguard, join our tribe. You can join the Vanguard by, how can you join? I have to put a link in somewhere. I'll put it in a second, but wait for a link and I'll put a Discord link in there to join our Vanguard members, which we are growing the community quite nicely. Like, not a lot of members, but quality. That's what we're looking for, quality. So what we see here, just a quick, the way I use this is just a quick grasp around the convergence bias, which looks at the fundamental side. Now, forget the technicals for a second. We're seeing that endogenous data coming in, and this links to the base of the currency, and the quote will be the exogenous, so anything that's happening away from the base of the currency. So as we can see, we're having So we have a decrease on endogenous. If you remember last week, we had exogenous on the US dollar was at 30 as a level. Now it's dropped to 19. So more favorable things for the USD. So but people are thinking that the interest rates are going to come back down. And normality will hit the market slowly but steady, which means a bit of a strengthening and not so bearish things on the US market. So nothing that screams out on the fundamental side for this week. What is interesting to see is the euro dollar has popped up. If I look at euro dollar, we're minus 29 long positions, both convergence. We're looking at potentially can go for a little bit more size on that. So quite interesting. We can see that in the strength here. This is the currency's endo strength compared to the exogenous here. So we can see the CAD obviously going the other way, but euro and JPY was the other one that was quite of interest. But we're gonna go, and nothing popped out in terms of fundamentals, which is telling me, okay, if I look at my pound dollar is looking a bit on the bearish side, but a bit conflicted of interest. So not much there. Not much there to see. Nothing has popped up in terms of opportunities. So this week, I'm not going to take any strong fundamental bias behind my analysis. Yes, we have the overall bias of the dollar, but in terms of my sheet, I'm not seeing something that's popping out. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. So because a lot of people think that, oh, conscious day trader is fundamental trading. I'm not. I just want to make sure if there's anything happening from the fundamental world that I need to be aware in case I want to trade something. So euro dollar, let me just jump on. Since it popped up, it was the only one that was like popping out the sheet a little bit with a double long bias. We're just going to throw that on there as well. We're just going to look at that quickly on the PMT. And then we're going to jump on our trading view where we're going to spend most of the time analyzing and finding trades. We're 320, so we'll see what we're going to look for in terms of our trades. Let's see how bad we're looking on that. $340 on a half lot there. That's a trade that is a long while back, but you can see from the swap cost. But I'm waiting for the price to come down, maybe to an OTE, and then I'll add another position in there. Because I'm already in the position, I am biased long today for the pound dollar, but I am interested to see about the euro dollar, see what happens there. Obviously this is the fivers. If you don't know who the fivers are, the prop firm, I trade for them. I traded for them since I did a boot camp last August, was it? Started with 25,000, now it's grown to 250,000. And this is one of the ways I make my income. Talking about income on Instagram, that is one of the main ways I'm getting my income from is my prop firm. I've got a second prop firm, I've got a personal account, I've got a Vanguard account, which is more investing rather than trading. And I just pick up some money out there in case my day trading has got a hit. If you're interested in learning about Vanguard, not the Discord this time, the bank in the UK, you can, we can have a chat about that, because a lot of people were like, how do you make money? It's all to do with being clever with your investments, being clever with your day trading. Oh, when I drop my coffee, don't do that. Yes, so it's almost like someone said last time on the live. Let's diversify our. I want to diversify by trading something else, and look at that. Total subscribers, we hit to 300. We're growing. That 10K is close. We need to think of what we're going to do at 10K. That's a big milestone. Maybe we'll do a giveaway. What do you think? I'll ask the Vanguards on what they think of a giveaway might be. Maybe that could be a nice giveaway. A trial of the Vanguard for 1 month. How does that sound? Put some comments. I know you're focused on what we're talking about, but it's always good to put comments in, and it shows YouTube that you are guys active listeners, even though I know you're here for just the music and my voice. Good morning, KRK Trading, and I know a lot of you are here for signals, but unfortunately that's not going to be where you're going to find the best signals. Hope you have a nice day. I hope you have a nice day too. What a nice start from KRK Trading. Right, so what we're looking for on the pound dollar, me personally, as we looked at PMT, if we jump on, I've got euro dollar now on there, but as we looked at PMT, we saw that a lot of people are shorting this time, the pound dollar. That's good news because it can play into where I want to find an entry later. I need to see how far that is. Let's see. From the price, 63 pips. So very easy. That can do that within this session. So that'll be quite nice. Remember, it's a Monday, so we don't have to go crazy. We're just setting up for the week. Normally, we have 1 or 2 good ideas that we can trade for the week and make our money. If you start chasing a lot of ideas, then you're asking for trouble pretty much. Here for lessons. What lessons? How to make good coffee. I should bring my cafe here and show you guys how to do coffee art. Do you see what I mean? Okay, now the coffee's going to be a little bit weaker. Let me just show you this one sec. Talking about lessons. Right, so we refilled. Now you can see we've gone from a cappuccino to a latte because I had my extra foam and I upgraded my coffee with milk. Now obviously a little bit weaker. Calm down for the open, and we can jump back on the trades. Good quality coffee though. Good quality coffee is freshly grinded by my machine, the Sage Barista machine, if you're wondering. And it's going to keep us going for the next 2 hours that we're going to be here. So we've got the pound dollar. We've got 35 minutes, so I'm going to run you through a little bit of an analysis when I find my sheet. So what I was looking for, the euro dollar, that was the only thing that popped up on my sheet. I've got my scruffy levels in there. I've got my, we know that new nice algo now that I'm using. I do like that. We can see that we're roughly at equilibrium on the 15-minute, but if I go onto the daily, let's look at the dailies. That equilibrium on a daily looks nice down there on Fibonacci retracements. 1 monthly, you can see the PDL, previous daily. This area here, let's mark that in actually. I'm gonna get rid of the scruffy lines. And what I want to do is take rid of the smart money concept as well. So if price, comes into this, I'm not going to trade my Fivers account on that because my Fivers account is already tapped into that trade. Fair value gap. And this is actually a daily. Let's label the daily. Fair value gap daily, where are you? There you are. I'm also going to add the midline, which TradingView listens to all of us and said thank you very much for the save as. This is daily fair value gap. Save. Yes. Okay. And now let's get ready. Also, I'm going to take that fib out. Let's get ready for a little bit of our indication. So let's get rid of these, not this one, not this one. I want to see my sessions. market sessions. This is going to give me the overall, you know, boy talkie. We always use them. As you can see, I haven't put any previous daily highs or lows. Here where I live, it's -4 degrees and it's snowing. Oof. Oof. You need hot coffee for that. Come on, why are you not showing my silver bullets? Are you showing my silver bullets? I don't see any silver bullets here. Where are they? Where are they? Price range. Why is it not showing it? Oh, it's because I'm on a daily. Come on, Jan, wake up. Right. So that will load up now. Here we go. Look at this. Let's tune our eyes with our previous silver bullets. Oh, that would have caught some people here, wouldn't it? That would have caught some people. Look at that. Nice fair value gap there. I guess you wouldn't be caught because what do we know with silver bullet? You have to find the opportunity within that hour. So price recovered and took that pretty much, what's that? 1 hour and 45 minutes. So if you took that long, it wouldn't have been the silver bullet. So that's good to know. You would have missed that. Anything here? That's a good story of taking it longer. So that came back, found that, and then delivered, but you wouldn't take that because it's not in the silver bullet. What about 5 minutes, actually? Let's look at the price action in 5 minutes. So we started there. Look at this. A lot of people would have caught this as well. That would have been a problem with the silver bullet. You see, sometimes if that came down, filled the fair value gap, okay, you could argue it didn't hold below the half, but would you have done that? You probably would have taken that trade. And then it pushed up. It pushed up from, let's say you entered below there. 16 pips. Did it deliver though? I think it does deliver. I always can hold 16 pips. What did it deliver? It only delivered 13 pips, so that would have, you would still be waiting for this. You would still be in this trade. Now this is interesting, right? We're in the silver bullet zone. That came back up and filled the fair value gap. So technically, this is the silver bullet time. It's trading below the line. So if you wanted a tight stop, we're looking for 15. That would be what you'd be looking for. But my sheet is saying long for the euro dollar. So I am, if I'm looking at the hour, which kind of fits with what I'm thinking, because I want this price to drop. Why? Because I've got that lovely Fibonacci there. Juicy. So what else do you have in terms of going long? Hi Ali, great trading week ahead. We will have a great trading week. We're going to manifest that. Hi Evan. So we can see here that is looking quite nice for a delivery to, as we say, breaking the 23, highly likely to hit the 0.5. How many times has it done that? A lot of times. So I would like this to break down to OTE levels. I'm going to put an alert in here actually. Let's put an alert around this area, 109s. If price goes there, alert me. Did that take it? I don't see it. Maybe I did it wrong. That's how often I do alerts. Add alert on 109. Where's my alerts? Let's see. Alerts. Okay, it's taken it. How's it gonna tell us? The alert will only trigger once and will not repeat. I want a crossing, notifications, notifying the app, show pop-up, yes. Play sound, yes. Okay, that's good. That will tell us. So I'm basically seeing if the price drops to 32 pips to alert me. Now we don't have to look at the euro dollar for a while. Maybe we will though, because we're interested in it. Let's jump back onto the pound dollar. Right, so what did we discuss? Ali was saying that he was looking for the price to go higher so he can short it. We also put those levels in here. We looked at liquidity. Look at that. It failed to take the low though. It's pretty, I think it's identical lows. Let's look. Failed to take the low. Didn't actually take liquidity. Came close. But the 126,200 that we talked about, it was also a pivot number. It was also a interest round number. We did get hit, and then it went all the way up. Delivered a whopping 159 during NFP as well. I didn't close the trade. I could have closed the trade. I could have closed it there. Look at that. Maybe I should have closed that there. But it's okay. That's only half a position. I can trade a lot bigger than that. So it's literally. What I might actually do, what I should have done, is just minimized a little bit of the size on that when it went there, but I didn't do that. In the Vanguard Discord, I've done a video about how you can manage your risk as you are. Let's say I want to keep the idea and prices come up and I think it's going to go higher, so I want to keep this position. The easiest thing I can do is just take a minor 0.1 of the lot off of a 0.05. So now I've got 0.4 and I've lost what that would have been. That would have been nearly nothing, but I think the time was weird. It was, what time was that? I think it was like in the middle of the night or something. Yeah, it was like the timing wasn't great. So then I didn't close it. So, but it's okay. If that comes back down here, I'll start thinking about it. What would that be? That would be about $600. The lows is $800. So we'll rethink about it over there. As I said, this is not coming from a biased perspective. This is coming from a trade that I found earlier. I managed out. You can see all the repositions there. Got a nice reposition there. These two paid me quite nicely. I didn't hold. I could have held through NFP, but I didn't like, he had done my analysis, and even though I had another position up there, the most sensible thing to have done would have been to close it here. But that's trading. Sometimes you get some, like these are great calls. This call here, identifying that area there of interest, not closing that, bad call. But overall, we're about 1,200 in profit on this trade. So even if I close it now, I'll be 900 in profit. So that's not bad. But nothing's telling me yet to go against the pound dollar. It's just telling me neutral stuff at the moment. So we'll see. We'll see how the open goes. What else we got? We've got DXY, which I want to see. DXY, look at that. When was this? That gap got filled. Look, boom, 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 aggressively. Delete that. What fib is that? That is a daily fib, I think. Yeah. Came in. That was a minor little. I can't remember what ICT calls these with the wicks. He calls them inefficiencies, does he? Up to the 61A, failed to go to the OTE. So, this in my eyes has been a completed move. So, liquidity below would be a nice area to go and tap into. But we haven't got into the OTE yet, and OTE has an order block there. It also has that fair value gap there, which has been tapped into. Let's look at it. That one there. So it did take the fair value gap and then push lower. It pushed. That was for the. That was for the NFP event. Guys, we only got 18 likes and we've got 55 people. Come on. Click the like button. Let's do it. Let's do it now. I can't bring out Ragnar, but if I could, I would. So think that we have Ragnar here and is shouting at you to press the like button. I sold pound USD Friday around 127.60. 127.60. I think that's around where you were talking about, wasn't it? 127.60. Oh, nice. That's nice. Targeting 12550. 550. Okay. So what we're seeing here, that is a 205 pip move. 1.61%. 1.61%. If we look back at, let's go onto the volume. Volatility on the pound USD. So average weekly ATR, it does 1.8%. Monthly ATR 3.7, around 0.87. So let's call it 0.9 daily ATR. So that will be a two-day trade. If that went from that point directional to here. Let's see, 15 minutes. It is looking nice though, isn't it? Look, it's dropped here, filled that fair value gap, pushed lower, created kind of equal lows, came back up, filled that fair value gap, pushed down, change of character. I guess we can use the cheat of, where is it? The smart money concept. Change of character, break of structure, then it pushed higher, filled this fair value gap, now it's trying to push lower, and we've got a nice little, that's what your eyes can see there. Nice little push now down, 20 minutes to the open. What's your bias for this week, Yanis? Good question. My sheets have fundamentally given me no bias, which means now we're going to be looking at technical bias. Look at that now, pushing for the equal low. Got a nice little fair value gap there. Give me a second. The concept out. What's that? 127s. 127s. Let's look at. I'll come back to the bias. Just This is my trading time as well. Just gonna look at the what am I looking for? 1 to 8, 6, 1 to 7. Let's go here. Just look at that again. 1 to 5. So we're getting a little bit of a rejection, tiny bit there. We'll see if that pushes lower. It has filled this area now. That would be an OT entry on a 15-minute. That's not a fib. You can see that 76 there, rejecting the lows. We'll see. Time-wise, 15 minutes till the open. Right, bias. Bias, I always like looking at the dollar index. The dollar index, like we discussed, filled that fair value gap. I kind of like the downside for the dollar index. Why? Because if we go on a daily, we've had this huge push down, obviously with weakening of the dollar. And if you're just focusing on technicals there, not the weakening of the almost like the dovish news coming out, but if you just look at technicals, that Fibonacci there retraced to the 61.8. There's an argument for it to go back into that fair value gap and tap into the 76.4. If that would happen, then like that would be more sensible to wait for it to deliver an up push into the 76.4. Obviously, if he's pushing up, that means that the pound dollar is dropping, right? That corresponds nicely with what we're looking for, a 76.4 retracement on the 1 hour. If I go onto the pound dollar, we've had that big push. It's left behind. However, it did tap into that fair value gap, if you remember. Came back down, tapped into that. A lot of the times it just taps and screams upwards, doesn't it? So it will be interesting to see how we react. Like this candle is interesting now. Where this candle is going to close on the pre-market, we could potentially see a screamer to the upside, try and find liquidity above. The big question is, are we going for liquidity above the NFP event, or we're going for liquidities below? Right, that's the big question. Are we going for this liquidity, retest the 126-200s, or are we going above? That's what we need to identify as daily swing traders. Now, obviously, that fair value gap goes all the way down there. That's what our eyes are looking at. If that retraces, I have an entry somewhere up. Can't remember where it is now. Let's see. My entry is at 127,805. 127,805. Somewhere up here. 127,805. Buy side liquidity. If we look at this around, we've got fair value gap there. Let's add that one in. No, go away. Fair value gap there. Nice little area there of interest. 3 things. My entry, fair value gap and liquidity zone with equal highs. However, we can see here that tap, did that fail? That failed to take the high. So there is unfinished business here. This area is unfinished business. Why? We failed to take the highs. And what I'm looking at is that liquidity there. We failed to take that because that is there. That is part of the fair value gap as well. Now, if we look at the whole move, that will be an OTE arena. which it didn't quite get to. So are we going to retest there? That's my big question. Who asked me? Jim. Are we going to retest the highs for liquidity? And like we said, this candle failing to take the lows, it will be interesting to see where it closes in 10 minutes. If it closes above here, if it doesn't close above here, then we could tap into this fair value gap here. So both scenarios are equal. The good thing about trading is if you're not big size, you don't have to stress so much. Don't over leverage, you know. Make sure that you can get things wrong. If you can manage things that you can get things wrong, the income is just going to work itself up. Talking about income, Darwin X. I'm coming for the next 25k this month. That will give me a 50k, which will give me a total funded account of 300,000. So that will be cool. Actually, it'll be more because we've got another 25,000 on instant funding. So we've got instant funding, Darwin X, Fivers, and personal account. I won't count the personal account. Equal highs on GU 4-hour chart. Let's have a look at that. But yeah, equal highs, these ones. Yeah, it will be interesting to see. I'm just going to be locking my eyes on this for the open. I'm just going to go back on Forex Factory just to see I haven't missed anything, because I don't know the PMT news system quite well yet. Oh, it's because I'm not on, because I'm in Indonesia, it doesn't let me. But I haven't gone onto my VPN. I can see it from my phone though, which is my camera, so I can't see that. Can someone check and see if there's any news on Forex Factory? Maybe I'll do it from my phone. Let's see. Right, let's see. So, did that make sense, Jim, in terms of analyzing the dollar index bias for the week? Fundamentally, nothing huge. Nothing pops out. Maybe some interest around the euro dollar. If it pushes lower, if it pushes here, that will get me interested for sure. No matter what I'm trading, and I've put the alert here. That's the one. If we go to the 1 hour, I wouldn't mind being in with a first position here. That would be great. Think of it like that, guys. Do I want to be involved in this market? Do I want to be paying premium price, or do I want to be paying discount price? Discount price is below the 50% of the move. Anything below here is discount price. Do we want that? Yes, we do. We like discounts. I'm neutral until CPI. Good idea. What is not a good idea is seeing the likes at 26. Come on, guys. 50%. We can do better than 50%. We're better. We can tackle that. Let's get 60 likes today. Let's beat last live. We can do it. I think we can do it. I'm even showing you live trades today, which I've said I wasn't going to do, but I am. So yeah, that's the plan on this little trade. We're just gonna wait and see. Who bought the boot camps of $1 from the Fivers? It went crazy. The server crashed. A lot of people. 20. No, not boot camp. It was 20k accounts. Let's see if put hands up if you actually bought the boot camp. Oh, I keep calling it boot camp. What's it called? High stakes, 20k. I know some of the Vanguards did. Good morning, Martin. Good to see you. Let's tap into our little Discord. This is the Vanguard Discord. Marcel is putting in his analysis. Good stuff. Hi, Jasper. Jasper, you might have seen him on Instagram. He was the first that did a what's it called? We did some Instagram. We did a 1 hour like chatting over a bad trade for him. If you haven't seen it, it's on my YouTube. I might put it in there. That's what I'm gonna do. I can send you the link. So anyone who wants to join our precious little group, you just click on upgrade and copy that link. Batish. I don't know if you can click that link, but that's if you want to join us. We do weekly calls every Wednesday. Really cool. All the guys, Marcel, Jasper, Martin, Ali, Rich, Ollie. There's so many guys now that I don't want to miss any, but they are really good bunch of people. And it's no flashy stuff, right? It's not like, hey, I'm smashing it and you're not smashing it. How can we make you feel bad? There's nothing about that. So here we go. Martin got one. Murray got one. Batish got one. Obed Patient Last King got one. How many of you still have the accounts? Is the question. Did you burn it already? That was a 20k account by the Fivers. So they were doing a little promotion for $1. They always come up with cool stuff. A lot of people were giving them a lot of hate because they said they're going to run it for a few days and they actually the server crashed, so everyone was like complaining and it was all a little bit more dramatic than it should be. But overall, these guys are like top of the top. They also have changed the payment. It used to be was it Stripe? Now they've gone to Rise. A lot of people were complaining about that. Guys, it's one software versus the other. It's like, okay, you have to set it up. It takes a day. Does it really matter? $140 drawdown, says Last King. That's not bad. I guess it's what's the drawdown overall? Is it 1,500? I think it is, isn't it? Or is it less? Can't remember. Yeah, tough. It's tough. Passing challenges is tough. But you have to remember what you're doing it for. And that's what I keep on saying to like the guys like Martin in here. I know even if you're a good trader, it's just so annoying to trade small for a long period of time. But it's like I saw a little, it wasn't a meme, it was a video. It was someone explaining how compounding interest works. So the hardest thing to do if you want to become a millionaire is to make $100,000. That's the hardest thing, right? And I'll show you why. Let's go on to compound. I was very lucky that I understood that very quickly, and I'm gonna do this for my son as well. And if you guys have kids, you should do the same thing, right? Look at the difference here. So let's say I open an account to my son and I put in 5k, and every year I add 5k, right? Which you can do in the UK because you get 20k untaxed. I think it's 4k for a child, but if you're an adult, wink wink, you can set yours and then give some to your child. So let's say I want to give my money to my child in 20 years, and that's going to compound once at the end of each term. And the market has been giving quite crazy profits in the last, it's been like 30% and 24% if you do like a S&P or whatever. But let's say you want to be frugal and you're going to go with 8%. Or so let's do 8.5%. That's fair. So you discount all the good years and all the bad years. Let's have a guess. What do you think that number's going to come to? So when your kid is 20 years old, on an 8.5%, all you need to put in there is a year, which, let's do a calculation. If you do, because a lot of people's like, how am I going to help my kid go to university and all that? So if we can manage, maybe you can do it with smaller this if you think it's a lot, but if you can manage and put $400, so what's that? That's like, if we go currency, so if we did $400, so that will be $300 a month for your son's future or daughter, or even yourself, if you want to wait for 20 years. Let's put some numbers in. What do we think your son or yourself is going to return in 20 years on an 8.5? And don't do it in the background. There's always a clever person who does in the background and you get the exact number. The point is to see what you think it might be. Anyone? No one's going to guess? No one? Very quiet. What are we looking here? Still breaking. We've broken the 23, right, on this move, so we can anticipate a break to the 0.5, so 50% at least. So I need to take, let me see, what's that? That is $400. So my repositioning will be 80 pips away. Has my chat stopped? Why is no one? I'll do it as a poll. Let's do it as a poll. I feel like people are very shy today. Unless my stream has kind of stopped for some reason. So let's do a poll. I don't like to guess, especially if it's numbers. Okay, so it's the fear of getting it wrong. Get out of your head, guys. It's like that's the thing with trading. You don't like, oh my god, look at Yanis, he's got the entry wrong. Who cares as long as you get paid? Wow, look at these acronyms. Yanis, pound dollar filled bearish fair value gap on a daily chart and caused the break forming LTH, ITH and broke LTH on an NFP. According to ICT, that changes the bias to bullish 100%. What do you say? Ooh, that's a hefty sentence, Batish. 200 says Martin, thank you. Finally, someone's put a number on there. 600,000 and 235. These are big numbers, eh? Just from 5k. Let's get a few more. 2 more. Come on, let's get 2 more numbers. Let's see if I can get someone to put 1 more number. I'm intrigued to find out. And I'll tell you what numbers I'm going to put in for my son. So what do we think? The 20-year growth of 5,000 compounding once every year, whilst then you add 5,000 at the end. So basically the compound interest is just going to build up the account, but you're also you're going to be adding 5,000 a year, which is $300 a month. It's not too bad, right? It's not crazy. We can do that for our children or for ourselves. We can save on, I don't know, a couple of drinks. Okay, we've got 240, 600, and Kevin is going for 1 million. Right, let's see. Calculate. 267,445. Now, if I was 20 and my dad said I did this with compound interest, right? Are you ready for this though? When you're 20, my plan is to educate my son and say, look, I can give you this 267. And I want to explain to him this is how you got it, right? Do you want to take this money, or do you want to put it in here, do your good old job, right, whatever you're doing, and commit that you're going to put $5,000 a year. So if you're making $900 in your early 20s or $1,000, I want you to hustle and put $300 in the month into the same compound. And we're going to keep the same thing. Now we're going to wait for another 20, so nearly my age. I'm 36, so in 4 years' time, you keep piling 5,000, and at 40, you're just gonna close it and take whatever it is. What do you think? Should my son do that? Will he do that? All the parents out there. And if he does that, what number are we looking at? Come on, Martin. Let's see what your guess is. Murray, SR, Michael, Carl, Kevin. Let's put some numbers in. What do we think in 20 years the savings of your child or whoever? And hello, Marcel. Calculator, compound interest. So let's see what you think the price, how much money will he have when he's 40? If he continues to do what I did for him until he was 20, and I'm going to educate him through this period to do exactly the same. And if he wants to, it's his decision, it's his money, he can do this and see what happens. We are on the open whilst you're thinking about this price. Janice says 1.5 million. 1.2 says Martin. Let's get a couple more. Let's see what we think. Yourself or your partner or whoever's doing this. And I wish my dad knew this. I wish my dad knew this. But the good thing is I know this, and I'm going to do this I'm hoping he's going to be happy about this when he's in his 40s. How old will I be? God, I'll be getting closer and closer to farewell time. Okay, price is coming back. Let's see if it gets to that 50. 850,000 in the millions, 1.2, 1.5. We can see the price, like, we're starting to guess higher. Are you ready? We're going to do a drum roll. And it's going to be 1.609 million. Janice was close. Now, I wouldn't mind having 1.6. You can buy a nice, incredible house for like $600,000 and you have $1 million. You can pretty much. And now let's say the compound interest, this is what is interesting. The thing is, it works so hard to make your first 100,000. In this case, it worked hard to make 267,000. But in the same amount of period, it went from 200 to 1.609. Nearly like 5 times the price that you got in the first one. And now, if you are clever enough, and let's say, you know what, I understand it now. I understand compounding and how having a big lump of money helps me grow my money. As we're going to see, we're going to probably take those lows soon. I am going to keep 300 of this. I'm going to put 300 for whatever I want to do. I'm going to stay on the rent. I want to retire at, let's say, 60. I want to retire at 60. No pensions required, nothing. 60, I'm going to retire. Or let's say 55. I want to be young. So I'm going to take 300 out of that. So if I minus that, I'm going to have 1,309,000. So 1,309,000. And I'm 40 now, so I'm going to retire in 15 years. Same stuff. Last guess, guys. Let's guess. What am I going to make in 15 years if I retire at 55 with this simple plan of putting $300? Batish says, I'm going to pass my first funded account today. Well, we should celebrate that, Batish. Let's see it happen. We're seeing this price action now. We're trying to get the lows. We haven't got below that sell side liquidity yet. Let's see. Last number, guys. What do we think my son, if he signs up to what I tell him, and it's his option. So from 40 years old to 55, same thing. And this is with a low 8.5%, guys. 8.5%. We're talking about the stock market here. In bullish periods, you're talking about 40, 55 years. Within 55 years, your average is going to be around, I don't know, 20%. If more. 15 million, says Martin. Oh, really? That high? I haven't done this actually with 1.3. I don't know. That will be crazy if it's 15. Let's get one more number. Anyone? 18 million. Oh, you are going really high. Is it that high? 4.59. Okay, we got a bit excited there. 4.5 million to retire with at 55. Are we kidding? Why don't teach us this? How many of us from 18 years old could save $300? And that's what I call the unfair advantage of having parents who know money and how the world works. So he's pretty much, if he does that for another, and that's only 15 years. Disappointed now, won't bother then. But look, we're doing the same thing that we did with a starting point of 5,000. Right? And that's because you're doing it for your son. But let's say I'm not going to do the same thing, but you can go and do it with, if you're an adult, you can start. The starting point is very important. Very important. Because if you start with a 20K, right, and you do that for 55 years, and you just compile that, we're going to 7 million. So the starting point, the quicker you can get to that 100K, because if you save 100K and you then just do the same thing, that's the secret. How can you get to 100K as quickly as possible and let compound interest do the rest? Just let it do it. They did not teach this to the mainstream because there's always need to be working class to serve a beer to the rich. I agree, but we know, it seems simple, exactly. Right? It's very simple, and we as parents, we can do this, guys. We can give this gift to our kids. They can be financial free. Effort. Yes, there is effort. They have to be making at least $300 a month. Some people can't even do that. But in this day of age, even doing Instagram, there's so many ways you can get $300. You can, that's way below the minimum wage. So if you have to hustle, the biggest hustle that has to happen is to make 100K. But that's just the theory. It's not theory. It's not theory. It's literally it's facts. Nothing theory about this. It's proven theory. Everything is a theory, I guess, but this is facts. It's not even like, yeah, it might work, it might not work. It works. Life is too short to compound that long. Is it though? Would you prefer, Kevin, being into your 55, 60 years old? Where do you get? Let's see. Where do I get the 8.5 return? So let's go to Vanguard. I don't know if it's going to open it from Indonesia. So obviously, if you're in a different country, I don't know this, but this is for where I want the UK. UK Vanguard. And if we do the ISA, 100% stocks, equity. So, so this is cumulative returns. Right, let's see, rolling year annually. So this started in 2012, right? This is the one I've been using. This is basically very easy. If you live in the UK, you can just put whatever money you want. Vanguard is, what's the guy who died? It was Warren Buffett who had Berkshire's thingy, and the Vanguard in America. We got access to Vanguard in the UK in 2012. I joined it in 2014, I think. So the average return that is returned, you can see 11, 20, 9, 4, 26, 13, 5, minus 5, 21, 7, 19, 6. A quick calculation, I don't know, I guess the cumulative would tell us that. It's returned since inception 222%. So, but let's say, well, this is a portfolio which includes this stuff. So the FTSE UK, 16% is the S&P 500. The emerging, they just diversify as well. It tells you how many stocks and so many, but like, I don't need to know all that. I just need to I swept the sell side list. Are we getting distracted? Did it? Okay, yeah, I see you. So we've taken the lows there. That's good. Hopefully it comes a little bit lower for me. Where are we? Not tapped into the 50 yet. What number is that? 126905. So yeah, if we go back to this, so the cost is absolutely nothing to keep this. It's 0.22%. So it's like nothing to invest in. But let's say, where to get there? Yeah. So let's say you don't do this and you just do the S&P. Literally, just put the S&P. S&P performance per year. So let's do annual returns. Literally, if you don't want to be fancy, you just do the S&P, right? There's nothing simpler than that. Is this easy to get? 5 years. So we would be looking for, let's do the last 30 years. The 30 years, the worst it did, 38.49%. That's quite scary, eh? But look what it's done before. 34, 20, 31, 26, 20, minus 10, minus 10, 13, 23, 26. We can see overwhelmingly there's a lot more green candles than red candles. So we've got 1 for 20, anything above 13. So we've got 2 events with above 23% on the low side, which they counter out with these 2 there. Like this is like more than 60%. This one here is 23, this one is 26. So these 2, by 3 candles, we've countered it. Take all the years, overwhelmingly, the green candles are a lot bigger than the red candles. And when we did have big candles, they can get countered by just 1 candle. So it's very, it's impossible. You know how we say it's theory? It's nothing. It's just facts. And what's the average return that it has given? Let's see. Average return. So if I was now retiring, average return in the last 55 years of S&P. So it's returned 10.26 on average, right, since inception. If you change that to 10.56 and you have 100K, 55 years, I mean, that's going to be just insane, 36 million. But let's say you added a 20K in there and 5K addition, you're going to get 17 million. That's not theory, that's based on facts. So there we go. I am on his first birthday, I put 5K. On his second birthday, because I know how important this is, I'm just going to put a percentage of the profits that I'm getting from my Vanguard. Vanguard is going to be mostly going to my son. And anything else that I can get extra around my money, I'll just put it as a lump sum to start him off on a good base. Because if I can manage to give him like 40K, and I just give him the money at 20, he's going to get 600,000. That's a lot. And then if he decides to do the compounding, because I'm going to convince him to, 603,000 for the next 40 years, 5 million. Done. 5 million when he's 40. Come on, guys. Dad, why did you not do this for me? They didn't know. It's not their fault. They give us education. They pay for the food. They do. Our parents have been amazing. Some parents, I know there's some parents that are not being amazing, but now that we know this information, it's our decision. And Kevin, that is not a long time to let compounding work. 20 years is not a long time, especially when you don't know it's happening because your dad is doing it. But then, if you can do it, you can tell him, look, 600,000 or 4.7 million. What do you want? I know what answer I would say. And not only that, we took the 55 years, which is pretty much inception. Exactly, Ali. I'm fully for that. They did the best they could with what they had, with what they knew, and they've actually, them giving me the best, they've put me in a position now where I can find what is better. Without them giving me all the education I got and everything, maybe I wouldn't have come to this realization. So yeah, in the UK, to close this this thing, if you live in the UK, you have national insurance number, you can open an ISA. Look it up, ISA. You can put 20k a year into your ISA. When you take your money out, you can get that tax free and you keep the capital gains. Nuts. It's like a cheat sheet. What's the fun part of having everything already? So you're telling me, Caesars, you would prefer your dad not give you anything than say, hey, I've educated you on money and I'm going to give you a way that you're going to decide and do it to get 6 million. I mean, there's a lot of fun that can be done and you can help a lot. And you know, this is where parenting comes in. You know, when you know that you can have this money, how are you going to utilize it? How are you going to make your world better? How are you going to help communities? How are you going to help the next person to be, maybe my wife is from Africa, maybe my son wants to go to Africa and start a fund that will help improve the lives in Africa. There's so many things you can do when you have access to money and when you know how to get access to money. Just had a 2R short silver bullet TP hit. Come on. Good stuff, Raphael. I think the real challenge is to teach your kids to preserve and grow that money even more. Absolutely agree, Plus. It's a skill. It's almost like learning the guitar and everyone says, oh, you know, I just want to play that first thing. Today is gonna be the day. I just want to play that song. I don't care about it. And then you play that song and you want to play more. But if you haven't put the foundations in to learn how to pluck the guitar, do all the harmonies, you're just stuck with that song. So if you can put a lot of effort in educating our kids around money, around how capitalism works, how debt works, how compound interest works. This is what potentially they can sustain themselves and do whatever they love. The world is a better place when people do what they love. Facts. If you have an amazing person who could be the Jimi Hendrix of the world, but he hasn't got time to play the guitar because he's working in a cafe or he's cleaning houses, the world is missing out on that opportunity to hear what that person has to play. Yeah, that's the paradox of, I kind of agree and disagree with that. Why? Because you can have a lot, but the person who's giving you the lot, it's his responsibility to tell you how that lot came and potentially what this lot can give you and how you can utilize this lot to make yourself better, the surrounding people better. In my opinion, there's no better feeling than helping another person. There's no better feeling when you know that you've genuinely changed someone's world and life. You've given them a tool that they're now independent. They can do it themselves. There's a huge thing. There's happier people. I can't remember who said it. It's I think it was Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, I think, said it. That even though all the money he made, the best thing that he has found in terms of happiness is when he made the money. Let's not kid ourselves. We all want to make the money first, but we're discussing if we make the money, and then you're saying, right, now you've got the money ready. What do? Being happy is when you start then giving back and using your platform to become not only a better person, but actually to help the world improve. Because you are the world, you are Earth, we live in it. It's very obvious in Bali because we have a huge problem of trash, plastic, a lot of plastic in Bali, and they don't recycle, they burn it, so that's awful. So maybe he's excited about that. Maybe he can use the people that he's going to meet and all the money that he's going to get and build by himself, come up with innovative ideas where he can get rid of the problems like that. Started Darwin 3 weeks. Surprised they only have 4,430 participants. As ranking shows, thought much more people participate in that. Well, the thing is, there's different classes. You've got gold. I can't remember how many are in gold, so that might be another 4,000 there. And then there's one more, I think. There's three stages you get. So there's like maybe 12,000 people or something like that. Maybe less. I don't know. I can't remember what the gold, how many people are in the gold. Maybe you can check that, Ali, because I haven't got my VPN on, so I can't. They block it in Indonesia. All right. So all we've done in the open, first half hour of the open, we've just swept liquidity, right? So now we're just waiting to see. Do we get excited and get in and do all that? Maybe if you haven't got an entry yet. Since I've got the entry, I'm just patiently waiting to see if we're going to get to OTE levels. OTE levels is down here, this line here. If I turn on my scruffy levels, let me see anything interesting around here. Look at that. Nice weekly level there. If I turn off that, turn on my money concepts, there it is, previous weekly low at sell side liquidity. That's the area where we got involved, 126. So if price pushes, I don't want that Fibonacci, I want that Fibonacci. If price pushes down there. Right, so we're now at 61%. Let me just get it right. We're getting close to 61%. I think that's going to be tapped into, which would be equilibrium for the 15-minute. We tapped into that order block there. Now we're in the fair value gap, so this can easily push upwards, but I think that we could potentially continue down into this arena here. That would be breaking the 23. Sorry, I had it the wrong way. I thought something didn't add up. So we're getting close to that 50%, which would complete the retracement of the Fibonacci. However, I would like entries down here around the 126,571 area. Now let's look at where that would take us if we're looking at the DXY. That would probably take us into an OT scenario of this retracement. That would probably be up here. So we just break the structure above the 50%. So 60% could potentially be something that we're going to get next. Pound, dollar. That would mean continuation down to at least the 61. I might consider this area here, I might consider it. However, I do prefer a more discounted price here. My trade would be, if it goes down there, it will be at 800, is it? $600. So I'm up 1,200. So that would be a $600 profit given back. So not ideal. But then I would get my entry in there. And then I would see, maybe that position I would start thinking about what I would do if it closes below that aggressively, but we'll see. We're getting a bit of pushback after the sell side liquidity, like someone said. 12730. That's where we are now, I think. 40. So we'll see how high that pushes up. We still haven't tapped into the 0.5. What's the euro dollar doing? Not close to our alert yet. I need to get an entry for my Darwin X. I think I'm sitting on around 500 position now. I need to get into the 400s to get my next 25k allocation. How we're doing on the likes, guys? Let me refresh and see how we're doing on the likes. Is it depressing? 43 likes. We can do better. We can do 60. I'm sure we can do 60. Come on, we're getting so much information here about compounding interest, how to become millionaires, literally how to make 6 million for our kids. I should be charging for this stuff. Getting it all for free. For me, general bias is bearish. I sold earlier, as said, but short term we can rise from the 12698. This also is the reason why ICT keeps on ranting about this children, Yanis. You'll have the same challenge when Leo is 18. Oops. We're talking about how to interest rate, trading. Just reading Marcel's messages. Do you utilize any fundamental analysis, risk, sentiment to determine bias? I do now, yeah. But I do it as a weekly base. This is PMT. I really like it. So this would, if you go on overview, would give you a quick overall we're bearish. And I would discount one number of this. It would be the pattern scan. I don't really like the pattern scan. This is this tab here. I can understand it that it's done on seasonality. So this is predicting that the price would go higher up to the 11th of January. The price will go somewhere around 1285 with a probability of 61% from historical data. So go up 1% in 137 pips. So this pattern, okay, if it's based on previous, you can having a 61% likelihood is not bad, is it? But I would never make decisions around this probability, even if it's based on fundamental data and price action. Now, what I would, so I discount that. So at the moment, this would be this neutral would be 3 here, and you've got 1 sell on seasonality. The reason it's red is because the seasonality of January is based on red candle. Just looking now, 1270, is that right? I can't be right. 1270, okay, nice. So I think if we hold below that, 1270, now we're getting a bit of a push down. Now, we came back up and fed this fair value gap here. We literally filled it up to the, look at it, to the pip. Filled that fair value gap, and it's a round number as well, 1270. So if we close below there, what time is it? 4:36. So we've got a little bit of time before that close. Yeah, we might see that push down. If we get an aggressive candle below these lows, then I don't think there's much stopping it. We don't have a lot of news coming up. What's the news saying here? Dollar extends gains ahead of US inflation data. There it goes. Like we said, pushed higher, came back, recovered, touched into the fair value gap. Now we can see if it's going to push up into the 61.8. This will be interesting to see. Let's put that in the middle there. We'll see. We'll see. Price will come back for sure to grab sell side once again. Let's be patient. Patience is the name of the game for sure. I won't enter now until it comes back. I will pass my challenge today, no matter what. I disagree with that, Batish. You're very close to your channel passing the challenge. If there's nothing there that you would normally take, don't trade it. You've got tomorrow. It's a Monday. Mondays is always quite a tricky one because you get positions up for CPI data, you've got position for inflation rates. You know, sometimes it can be hard to read a Monday. Hi Rafa, good to see you. Good morning. So I wouldn't push it. Don't push it. There's no need to push it. You're very close, so don't push it. Just do your normal trading. Like we said, I've been looking around this retracement now on the 50%. If I didn't have any positions in, that would give me quite an interest. So, which means I might be a little bit interested on my Vanguard. Let me see. Where's my Vanguard? I've done all right on Vanguard. I literally threw $1,000. I should do a video on how to build an account. Per $1,000 is $400 up now. So that's done really, really well. And that is what the account that the Darwin X is feeding with the 25,000. Yeah, I don't think I'll enter yet. I would want to see that price drop. This is working nice for Ali as well. Got a nice little short above here, 127, was it 5? Change of character again popped up. We're at the previous daily low now. Previous daily low. Let's go on the 2 minutes just so you can see where the previous daily low is. That's there. But it's also a previous weekly low. So we're at the previous weekly low. We took it. Just took it, and we're seeing the reaction a little bit now. We haven't tapped into the 0.5 yet. We'll see if that happens. We've got some fair value gaps here before it does that. We'll see if that works out. Good morning all. Good morning Anna, how are you doing? For all the new guys, I would appreciate if you can just drop a like. It helps the channel, and it helps the stream as well to build up the momentum. Big hammer rejection there, pushing down below the breakup structure. Let's see if that's going to tap into the 5. Might get a little bit of a volume now coming in. We are getting closer and closer to that 20-minute into the first close of the hour of the open, which would take us. Let's look at our sessions for a second. Let's clean up the chart a little bit. Close that, close that, close that, close. Let's close everything for a second. So the only thing I want to see is we've got the silver bullet on there. So that silver bullet gave a nice short opportunity, right? Let's see. You would see it on the 2 minute. Nothing there. That's the one. However, look at this, guys. A lot of people might have been caught with this because there was a fair value gap there. So if you were going long on that fair value gap, you would have to get out there. Otherwise, you would have been caught. Now, the silver bullet came in and pushed into that fair value gap there. That's the silver bullet, a bearish silver bullet. And that's where bias can save you sometimes. But if you were going long, you would probably be taking a loss on that silver bullet. But this one would have been a great entry. Came back into the fair value gap. It's delivered now. More than 15 pips. You would be happy with that. You're probably looking for 20 pips. Not bad. Another successful silver bullet today. Like we said though, if you were long, that would have been a bit painful because you would have been taken out. Yes, I won't trade with my emotions. I will wait for my normal setup. Good stuff, good stuff. There we go. That's probably 20 pips now on the silver bullet time. We're probably hitting 440s. Let's see if it's going to hit that 0.5 of the move. So half retracement of the move. We'll see what happens there. I don't think I'll take that from my Darwin X account. I'm just going to wait for at least the 61.8 for this. And maybe the OTE 764. There we go. And we've hit 0.5% of the move with a bit of volume. Let's see where this leads. Patience is the game. Patience. Breaking below the 50. Let's get our trading view on. Go to the hour. Let's get a nice little Fibonacci retracement on that. Hide everything else. And track the price as it's happening live. This one. Hide that one. Give me the fib. Lovely, into the golden zone. It is tempting to start a new trade here on Darwin X, but I'm going to hold off because that's quite an aggressive candle there. Look at that body. We haven't seen a red candle like that. That could be expansive candle as a last little push. It's coming to close above the 5. Let's see, 15 minutes. We'll see where that closes. If it closes above the 50, it will be very interesting to see if we're going to be able to hold the price to go lower, or if we're going to hold above the 50, are we going to change the direction and go to take the highs? This is very, 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 very interesting to see. At the moment, we're holding about, this is half a lot, so $440, $450 down with the swap. I guess it's down today, but this is part of a trade that was profitable. Hi Yanis, what do you think about those equal highs on pound dollar at 127721? I'm waiting for a discount zone so I can start targeting that on the 15 minute. Hi Chak. Right, so equal highs on the pound dollar 127721. 127, where's that? 127 721. 721 up here. These highs here, you mean? These ones here, that and that. I mean, that's the question. There's two scenarios that can happen now. We've retraced 50% of the move, so we're either going to take the highs, sounds obvious, or we're going to keep on going down to that OTE level of 76.4. If you're bearish, you've got quite a nice break below the 23. You've had a nice how long you've gained from the 23 down to the 50. That's 0.3% of there, so that's 43 pips. That's a nice trade. So I wouldn't, 40 pips, it's not bad. But I guess, do you want to keep 40 pips or do you want to take the OTE, which is 84 pips? That's the questions you have to ask yourself. Is it worth doubling your profit for the risk? The risk would be that this was the retracement, and it goes and takes the equal highs that you were talking about for another 84 pips. Interesting to see what's going to happen. I want to see what's going on in the euro as well. Let's see the euro. The euro dollar is the only thing that popped up. We've put the alert in there. Nothing yet. 109 is what I'm looking for. Don't know what that was. That was a nice fair value gap which delivered. We picked that up earlier, remember? That pushed back below, didn't break above the 50% of that fair value gap and delivered a 15, so that would be a nice silver bullet trade. Let me see if it fits the silver bullet allocation. Where is my silver bullet? Yeah, perfect. Silver bullet delivery, bearish silver bullets today. If you caught the silver bullets on a bearish, good job, well done. What's happened now? We've taken liquidity below. With wicks, we haven't closed below here. Nothing on the left side to hold this. The only reason I'm looking for lower price is to retrace this big move here. That's a big move, right? So when we have big moves like this, look at that rejection there. I'm looking for a retracement around this area here, 61.8, between 61.8 and 76.4. That's the two places that I'm looking for. Hi Yanis, I'm done for today. Monday has been blue for me, taking 3 trades on Euro, GU, and I've never heard someone say blue actually. That's cool. I know you trade MT5s. I was used to green days. Results in a win. I'm happy. Good stuff, Lim. Great stuff. Well done. Congratulations on that. That's and being able to close the charts and leave with a win is half the psychology. I did put a post on Instagram. You know, people get so fixated. Oh, I can't understand the RSI. Is this how I put my levels? Do I put it on closed data or do I put it on open data? How do I trade the silver bullet? And I know I've made videos on all these because that's what people want to know. But in reality, guys, that's not how you make money in trading. At least the way I've made money in trading and being consistent. The analysis does play a big role, but not as big as your management of the trade whilst you're in. And look at this. You're like, can you be in a trade like this and be calm under pressure and be able to manage it correctly? Nothing's changing. You're reading the same price action, but you have an open position. Those conditions have changed now, how your body is perceiving the market and how your nervous system is perceiving the market. Are you in a fight or flight? Is your amygdala firing and saying, Jesus Christ, I need to get out of this trade right now? Or are you able to use, in the Vanguards we actually use NLP work, which we do a lot of NLP work to be able to identify what's happening into our body when we're in drawdown, what's happening into our body when we are in profit. Why do we need to take that money out so quick when it runs for another 40 pips? Same thing with drawdowns. We're like, I'm down, let's say 200 pips and I need to close it, but then you don't close it and it goes into more draw. This, guys, has nothing to do with strategy. It's all to do with our psychology and knowing what our nervous system needs and what our body needs. If you don't spend as much attention on your situation, on your inner situation of your body, your mental capacity around drawdowns, your mental capacity around what's happening in your live trade, I can tell you now, you're not going to make it into that 1%. It's not going to happen. Trust me, knowing a Bollinger Band and knowing ICT concept, that is just the start. It's just the start. Second silver bullet TP hit. Nice, Raphael. Well done. Curtis, there's a 4-hour fair value gap busy. Now that price is on EU. Yeah. Let's have a look on EU. Fair value gap there, yeah. That can easily come in, tap into this. This is after the silver bullet now. That was the silver bullet move. So we can turn off the silver bullet because the next one will be the New York session. Silver bullet off. That's the fair value gap we're talking about. That's the alert we're looking for. We're trading below the 50%, so highly likely that we're going to hit that 61.8, which would be great because I'm looking for interesting areas around here. 109, 164, anything around here I would be interested. Even better would be 76.4 if it drops that low. We've got fair value gaps below, which will be a strategy for exit plan if we get it wrong. But this is quite a big drop. I don't think it's going to happen today. What's that? That is 0.28%. 0.28% on euro. Let's see what it averages a day. Euro USD. Just going to switch on the Euro USD, and all I'm going to do is go into my volatility. My volatility tab will tell me average daily ATR in percentage wise. It does 0.8 on average. So, and if we look at the histogram here, the most open to open price is 0.29, so 0.23 to 0.048. And then 0.048, 0.39 in the positive side. So as we can see, look at this, Mondays 0.37 daily average compared to an increase, slow increase over the weekday. That's interesting. I wonder if that is the same for a pound dollar. Pound USD. Let's look at the ATR on the overall volatility. Bit more up and down, but a lot higher, right? 0.4. Percentage-wise the same. Movement-wise was a bit more pip-wise. Right, let's go back onto the chart. That was the compound interest we were talking about, how we're going to become millionaires in 40 years for our children. Lucky buggers. Right, so breaking below the 0.5 is another attempt now to push price to the 0.618. If it goes to 0.618, I'm definitely getting involved on my Darwin X. As always, guys, this is not financial advice. This is me sharing you something that I really enjoy. And it happens to be that I'm trading at the same time. So up close candles are not being violated. What have I missed? Prices respecting bearish flow yet. I agree. They're still heavy, yes, in the pound dollar and euro dollar. Let's see the dollar index. Still holding above the 0.5. We're looking for a push into the 61.8. We have had, what's this? This is 15 minutes. Let's go on to the hour. We have had pre-market and open 5 minutes. We'll see if that closes above 5. This will be very crucial now. Very crucial if this is going to hold here. So I'm going to put an alert there. I don't like when I don't see it. Why is it not showing me? Where's my alert? There it is. It takes a while. So we'll see if that breaks below in the next 4 minutes. We're holding above the 0.5 as well. So this is basically the reverse in the pound dollar. We're going to see if that is going to hold or close below the 0.5 from the Fibonacci retracement. Guys, make sure you like the live. That is the only way you can help me with the channel. I am going to try and provide quite good content in terms of like every Wednesdays there will be a video coming out. The reason is because every Wednesdays we have our Q&A. I'm doing an ICT video on Wednesday on a new concept that I released, so that's going to be interesting. It would be me looking at something that ICT has brought out recently. I think 8 days ago I released this. I'm going to break it down and try and simplify it and give examples on the charts. So look forward to that on Wednesdays. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to have 2 hours lives every pretty much every day apart from Wednesday. So tune up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, if you want to join us. Also, if you want to join our Vanguard, which is our paid Discord, that's where we do all the Q&As and videos about repositioning and how I trade. You can click on the pinned message on the upgrade chat, and that will take you directly to our, what's it called? Vanguard. For me, it's a good buy here towards 12722 before sell-off. For big move down. Morning, Rich. Hello, Rich. But my sell is from 12760. This is the thing, when you get to the 50% of the move, especially now on the pound dollar, it's not like hugely, I think it's ranging at the moment. You can argue this on a down trend after this move, but look at this. This is just a big range. There's no big fundamental movers right now. So I think we're just gonna bounce price. I don't think, and I might be wrong, but I don't think we're going to have a massive break. I don't think we're going to break the lows on 126 before we break the highs. That's obviously my feel of how I receive pound dollar data. But we do have this huge fair value gap here, that push here. It has been tapped into there, but not yet. So who knows? We might be in for a little bit of bearish momentum on the pound dollar, even though I think this is a breather here, rebalancing this price. We'll see. We do have CPI on Friday, Thursday. You're correct. Yeah, is it Thursday? I need to check that. Events. We've got Tuesday, Wednesday, crude oil on Wednesday as always. Thursday we have CPI 3.2. Join me on Thursday because we're going to break down the CPI data like we did the NFP. That was fun. Friday we have GDP. Ooh, it's always a strong end. PPI as well. Strong end to the week. Oh, it says it here, right? Mortgage rate. It would be nice if it gave you the strength as well. I might have to. Can I get a widget on this? I might have to give them some feedback on that. See if I can get the strength. If you do like PMT, you can get 15% discount. I know it's expensive. So if you don't use the data like I do, it doesn't make sense. But if you look at COD data, macro stuff, you can get a discount by saying conscious day trader whilst you check out on all their. To be fair, I wouldn't do anything less than institutional trading because you don't get all these tabs, so it wouldn't make sense. Let's see how we're doing on the likes. Did we bump up? Did we hit our target for the day? We've got a target for our trading and target for our likes. Okay, we're breaking below the 50s. Come on, push a bit lower. Push the 61s 8. That would be great. If this close, did it close below? It didn't, did it? It didn't close below. Just closed on it. Just closed below. Is my fib correct? I need to do. I mean, it has closed, but I don't know. Now Trading View is frozen. How can I join your Discord, Yanis? So the free Discord is pretty much run by you guys. I don't get involved too much. I have put the upgrade chat there. If you want to join us on the Vanguard, you can click on that. Now the free Discord. Let me see if I can find the free Discord. All right, what happened there? Where's my fib? How dare you, Trading View? Paid a lot of money for that. Oh, what's going on? Have I loaded it too much? What is going on? Let me go to Discord. Maybe I have too many tabs open. Let me close a few. I've actually got another 5 tabs of Trading View in the background. And then I will give you the Discord link. What's this? Come on. Come on. Yeah, that's not going to help. Let's do it. Is my internet bad? Let me check my internet. Are we having a little bit of a dull moment? My internet's good. What's wrong with you? It's just taking time, isn't it? Right. You see that? Neutral news coming out. Pound dollar, euro dollar, pound dollar. Let's go onto the news tab for a second. There has been decreased news. You can see that pound dollar has been decreasing in news. Overall, a fragile risk environment. The dollar is back around Friday's open levels against most G10 currencies. I do like this. It gives you like positive and negative neutrals. Some positive news for the pound dollar there. That came out at 4.38. Let's see if it's loaded. Let's see. Oh, come on. I'm going to have to see the MT5. Hey, there we go. It's pushing. It's pushing. I'm going to have to stick with the MT5. Let me check I might be entering here for Darwin X. We'll see. Where is it? Wow, this is struggling. Okay. Pound dollar's moving. Let's go. Come on. Give us a little bit of a spike now. I do want to find a trade on Darwin X. I haven't entered yet. Is it going to work now? Come on. There we go. Behave. All right, well, what we're looking at on the DXY, that's interesting to see. So breaking above, nice, looking good for the 6-to-1 bit more volume on this candle we would like. Right in the middle of the golden zone now. You can see that. If I draw that there. Holding the midline of the golden zone. So even though we didn't close with a nice candle below, we had a tiny little bit close. This came nicely in play. It might be a New York play, guys. It might be, we have to wait for the New York. New York play is it's 8 o'clock my time. Might have to have a... I always put some trades in New York. It happens. I'm always better when I'm trading London because I've seen the price action, and then I can get into New York and find nice positions. Look at this, guys. How patient we've been, right? Extremely patient. Even though this looks like... let's put on some oscillators on there to show you an example. When I used to trade this, look at that. Oh, it's down below. It's outside the Bollinger Band and it's squeezing. Volume is decreasing. I would get so like, oh my God, we're at 20, I need to get in. But now I can close all this. Just a simple Fibonacci, and we have it here. Your fib went long. Going to 618, tapping 618 soon. Oh, just trading view is struggling. What's going on? I'm gonna have to stay on my MT5. Right, I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes, see if we get that 61A. If not, we're gonna have to see what happens at New York. My computer's going crazy. Patience level 999 today. It's true. I used to get so excited about this. So excited. I would get like, oh my God, I'm going to miss the move. Now, let's say I've missed the move and it comes up here. Great. I'll close my position. And I've gained pretty much 400 drawdown from that price. If I wait, I can get my 76.4 and then I've got my price. So if I've got my price at 76.4, let's look at where that break even is. It hasn't got a midline, so we need a fib actually. So if I get my 76.4, that's where my break even is. Trading can be very, very simple, but can also be very, very difficult if you're impatient. It's your buy now to 12722 area before sell-off. 12722. I can't see my bloody charts. What is going on? Let's see if it's going to give me my levels. That's the scruffy level. Let's put these in. I think I'm due a new computer. I'm gonna get a new computer, even though this is like the latest 15 Mac. I'm gonna go PC, guys. I can't rely on this. I'm gonna go on a strong, good PC. I looked today. Some exciting news with the Bali Life. Let's take a moment. I know everyone is really excited, but this is practice for you guys. Ready? Are you ready? We're gonna leave the screen. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? Don't look at your screen for a second. Take a pause. Can you do that? Can you do that in trading? Can you just not look at it for a second and just calm the system down? We know what's happening, right? We're not gonna get the minute entry. Breathe it out, calm it down. And I'm gonna tell you a quick story, or a 1 minute story, so you can just forget about trading for a second. So today I went and looked at for Bali land. We're going to buy our dream house. So we looked at some land that was really, really cool. I'm really excited about that. And we met the owner and it looks like it might be the real deal. So we might be building some nice, our dream house that you've seen on Discord. It might be happening. Okay, that was 1 minute, all right? Has the world collapsed? Have you eased your brain a little bit? Can we go back now to the charts and don't get so eager about entries? What's changed? Nothing. All right, calm the system down. I want that patience, building on it, watching you make me build more patience. Thank you for your time. That's good news, Batish. Bridget Haynes, lol. You see how hard it is? A lot of people not used to, like, think about it, guys. We've been here for 2 hours now and we're constantly looking at the screen. It just takes a minute, like snap off. It's like the kids who watch the screens on all the time and they can't switch off, and then they become zombies. We're becoming zombies. We need to be able to switch off. Nothing's happened. Price is at 1268. Not much. We're still in that fair value gap. Actually, let's put the line on there. Are we trading below the line? Just trading below the line. See if it holds the close. Well, you will see that. I won't be doing that. I'm gonna close the stream in 7 minutes. Okay, we've done 20 minutes over. House with view. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna post the pictures in Discord later today. It's stunning. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if I've got it here actually. I don't have it here. It's on the camera, which is my phone. But oh, it's amazing, amazing. I can't wait. It's exciting to find an architect, find a project manager. It's going to be a big project. I want to see the relaxing background of yours. Where is stop loss? My stop loss of this trade? Well, I guess I don't trade with risk reward, safe. My management comes from, this is a trade that you can see the other positions here. This trade overall, it was a 1,200 in profit. So now it is down 470. So that would take me to like 800. So I use the profit as well as my stop loss. If I see conditions changing and I just want to take, let's say, $1,000 profit on this, I'll just close it. Or what I will do, if this price comes and takes the highs, maybe I'll take a little bit off. I might take 0.1 off just to decrease the risk. So I manage my risk like that. I don't have a hard stop where it hits like $200, close it, or $400, close it. It's more of an ongoing management of the account. Did I change the view actually? I did change it. How long to build it? Well, here, if you ask the locals, they will say we'll have it ready. But the thing is, we want to do a really good job. I've partnered up with my neighbor, which I've talked about, Ali. He's also a trader. So we can buy more land like that, so we can build a bigger house. And you've seen the pictures. I've posted some pictures on what the house wants to look like. That's going to take some while to build. Also, I want to drip feed it in terms of money. I think every stage will be like, I don't know, 40, 50,000. So I'm going to have to drip feed it to be able to build the insane house that I want to build with my basketball court. So how long? I reckon realistically it'll probably take 2 years, 2.5 years. I think we're going to be very motivated, all of us, including my wife and the other partner, when we actually have the land in our hands. So when we've done the deal with the land and we know it's ours, I think that's when we're going to start getting excited, finding all the other parts that is going to come to build our dream house. But yeah, like with trading, it takes patience. Like if we want to rush it, there's just the hydraulics won't be good, the electricians might be rushing, everything might be rushed. So we just need to be a bit more patient. And we can always rent. Like this house is, we pay the same price we would pay in, a little bit more, I guess. We're paying more than London, but it's huge with a pool. We're comfortable here, very close to the school for our little one. So yeah, nice. I think I'm going to do a little video about the project. I'll put it in a playlist, Building Your Dream House. God, how far we've come from my 9-to-5 canoeing job. That was slavery, man. Slavery. I loved it. I loved going to the Olympics and training athletes and being around greatness. But yeah, I did it for 10 years. There was no way I'm going to be making the money I'm making now. Not even close. So sometimes you have to be brave. You have to take that step, take that leap, get out of your comfort zone. Can it be risky? Sometimes. But if you don't risk, it's like trading. If you're not in the market, you're not going to make money. Are you going to get it right all the time? No, but you're going to learn, and next time you're going to do it a little bit better. You're going to learn a little bit more, and sometimes you're going to get hit, and then you have to, like we got hit, $22,000. God, that was tough last year. Are we still here? Are we alive and trading and building the accounts? We are. Yanis, Rafa, I would like to thank you for the early teachings. It helps me a lot and never had a chance to do it. So here it is. I owe you a lot more. I can't see it because of that bloody heart. I owe you a lot, man. Literally a lot of things changed if I go back there. Good stuff, Rafa. That makes me happy. Well, the reality is that you put the effort in and you got out of your comfort zone to actually listen to a different approach, right? Because the normal thing is just fixed risk, fixed rewards, and that works for some. But then if it doesn't work for you, can you be brave to try something new? And it might, even the new thing that you're going to learn might not be for you, but your bravery to put yourself out there, be vulnerable and learn something new might give you something that you can then develop for yourself to bring in a new concept. I think we're getting close. I might have to change my account here. Actually, I can do it from my phone. So on this account, I'm not going to be buying my second position until we hit 16425s. But I am interested in my other account. If this price continues a little bit lower, I mean, what are we talking? Are we being too picky here? Am I being too picky? Five pips. Why rush that? Why rush it? Just gonna get my lot size ready. I trade 0.1 lot on my Darwin X. So let's see if it's gonna give us an entry. Yeah, that's fact. Did you try surfing in Bali? I have surfed a couple of times, caught a few waves. I don't think it's my thing though, surfing. I'm a bit too tall. I haven't done it since like 5 years old. All the guys here in Bali, they're like ridiculous. So I think I want to try it again. I want to do it more, but I don't think it's my sort of like what's the word? Strength. Basketball, my strength. Yeah, that's fact, but still you had impact on it, man. Just wanted you to know that. Figured out stuff for myself with your materials and that. So had to thank for it. Soon gonna travel to Bali. Yeah, do it. Anyone who's coming to Bali, let me know, and we'll get a group together. I was speaking to Marcel, and was it like 5-6 months ago, manifesting a conscious day trader trip where we all trade and go surfing and learn about trading, learning about ourselves. Like, it's the best place for yoga, meditation. It's like the mecca of self-healing, and what is the most important thing in trading is identifying what you need to improve personally within. I look like a real surfer. Must be the tan. I got a bit of a tan in the last few days. Bridget, I joined Upgrade Chat. Hey, we've got a new Vanguard. Make sure you join the Q&A on Wednesday. Ali will be there, hopefully, unless he's working. Are you going to be there, Ali? Let me just check if you've got access to all the stuff, like you should. Can you see all the Discord stuff? Oh, we're getting down to 61. We're getting close now, come on. A little more push. That's gonna give us... Normally I would just enter now and not bother for the 5 pips, but I'm gonna stick to my patience, because 5 pips is quite a bit. Let me see if Bridget is in. Right, that is my call, but I have to close the... let me see. Bridget Hines, I see you. And then if we go to the main chat, Bridget Hines, welcome. Let's see, I can tell from the color if everything is working. Yeah, you're in. So 61.8 is about to get hit. So Bridget, make sure if you can free your time on Wednesday, first of all, go through all the Zoom calls. You've got about 25 Zoom calls to go through, with all the stuff from NLP, psychology. There's so much work in there. It's about 1 hour and a half, 2 hours meetings and presentations in there. So I think you will enjoy it. Let me just check. Come on, give me a 61.8. Okay. Do it. Yeah. Dollar DXY, let me just check. Close that. Close that one. That one. And close that one. Okay. So this should be running a bit smoother now. I think my Mac was running on overload. I had so many tabs open, including the live. But give it one more minute. I don't think we're going to find the second entry, but Just a few pips. I know, I'm being picky, aren't I? Close enough. I just like, you know, my analysis is that it's gonna go down to the 76.4. So I just like, you know, I just want to see that volume through the 61.8. I still haven't seen anything that is not like spiking up for anything. So there's no reason why this can't come down. And that being said, guys, I think I'm going to have to go now because it's my time to be with my son and prepare food. And I think we're going to go for pizza because it's my last day with my family here. So I hope you enjoyed it today, guys. Oh my God, don't get scared. I'm going to switch onto this. Okay, we're not watching charts. Calm down. It's not happening yet. I've got it on another chart. Don't worry. So look at that 61.8. We'll see if it retraces. Tomorrow is Tuesday, which means it's another live that we're doing. And obviously I'll tell you what happened with this trade. I'm probably going to be trading it through the New York session. And then, yeah, stay focused. Don't go crazy with your entries. Keep your lots quite small. If you've got the new bootcamps account and the fibers account, don't rush it. We know someone's about to pass it, so just don't do crazy stuff. And I will see you tomorrow, same time. So pre-market, that will be 7 o'clock UK. It's been a pleasure, and see you later.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back. My self-esteem been better. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get it an FT to get